Brooklyn, and today we have a special opportunity to be here with Maggie in the Penguin exhibit. Maggie, thank you for having us today.
Oh, very welcome. No problem. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. And Maggie is wonderful. These penguins know her. They're some of our best friends. I tell you what, you can tell they're looking at her in a special kind of way. Not the way they're looking at me, especially not my camera guy. What they try to do to my camera guy?
Well, anything new that comes in here is sort of fun for them. That's one thing we call enrichment. So if it's something they haven't seen before, they want to check it out. These guys are really curious, and anything they can get to is fair game for them.
Exactly, and they were poking him. I tell you what, I was pretty fortunate. I didn't get poked, but I had the opportunity to feed them. I started off with the king penguins, and it was awesome to be able to know the technique to feed them, kind of tuck them a little bit on the side of the mouth to insert that fish head first. There's a technique. It's pretty cool. First time I've ever done this. This is awesome. There's all kinds of penguins out here. I was able to feed the smaller ones. Now, what were the names of the smaller ones I was feeding?
You were actually feeding our rockhoppers. So we have two different species, a northern and a southern rockhopper. The only difference from looking at them is the length of their yellow head feathers. So one species has really long, really full yellows. Those are our northerns. And the southern rockhoppers have much shorter, small yellow feathers, and you're actually feeding both of them this morning.
Oh, that's awesome. It's been fun. It's been a great experience. We've been looking around, and I've been having so much fun. I tell you what, Maggie, I'm right in my element because I do love animals. This is one of my favorite part of doing my travel and eating show on the Steamer Brooklyn, is have the opportunity to be able to interact and be able to feed small animals. You had actually new chicks that were born recently, the first part of December, and here we are in January now, so they're a little less than a month old.
About a month old now, yes.
Yes, and we actually got a shot we'll be showing you guys. They're over here in an enclosure with their mom, so their mom actually has the opportunity to feed them.
They do. We actually, with these guys, both the mom and the dad will take turns feeding the chick and also taking care of the egg once it's laid and it's incubating. So it's really nice to see them do that here just like they would do out in the wild. These guys are great parents, and we let them do it on their own.
Exactly, and of course it's nice and cold in here. I had to gear up to be able to come and feed them, and of course they do welcome the attire that I'm wearing. It wasn't as curious to them as the camera guy who wasn't in the right attire, which they forgot to warn him.
Yeah, blue jeans are something they don't see very often.
Right, and they're curious, yes, and they're adorable. They're just doing their job, just doing what they do best, just looking around.
Yep, very much so.
Interested in what's all around them, and they're used to you guys. You see them quite a few times.
They are. It takes us about an hour and a half to clean the exhibit in the morning. We feed them twice a day. You know, we're in here doing programs with them. You know, we weigh these guys, do a little bit of training with them. So they see us all day long, every day. They're very used to us.
To know Maggie and the whole crew here at Moody Gardens in Galveston, Texas. I'm standing in a special place. I want to let you guys know, but there is a place that we can encourage our viewer audience to come on out because it's a special place. And what is that called, Maggie?
Well, we do penguin encounters for the public. Those are tours that we do. You get a 45-minute behind-the-scenes tour. So while you can't really come out on the exhibit, what we do is we have a room that comes off the exhibit, and we will bring one bird out for them to see up close and personal. It's a pretty neat experience.
That's very special. Where can you say you can go and do that? Most of us are just used to Happy Feet, aren't we?
Yes, yes, very true.
But this is actually a new experience that you can come out and do. Now, Moody Gardens has been here for a while, but a lot of you guys do not know about this experience. Now, tell us, if someone was interested in coming out here and doing it for themselves, you can even offer it as a gift.
You can. Tickets can be purchased online, so you have the option of picking a date and time that you know people want to come. You can do it that way. You can also arrange it in advance, and we can do a certificate for you as well once it's paid for.
And that's perfect. That's so good to know. Give everybody our information, Maggie, where they can go and do this.
The easiest thing is to take a look at the website. If you go to moodygardens.org, you'll be able to find everything there, even a link to buy the tickets yourself.
That's awesome. That's what I want to hear, because we are definitely coming up next, and we're going to give you a small taste of what it's going to be like to be in a penguin encounter. You're going to see it here on 2V television on the Seymour Brooklyn. We're going to be doing that next, and then you guys can whet your appetite and see what it's all about, and you can find out what you need to do. Go to their website, like Maggie mentioned, so you can get the tickets and even give it as a gift. I know the holidays just passed, but there's always a moment to be able to give a special gift like this. This is quite a special gift.
It is. Sometimes you have birthdays, anniversaries, graduation presents. We've seen anything imaginable.
Right, and this is awesome. It's not your everyday ordinary gift, so why not come on out here to Moody Gardens in Galveston, Texas, on Galveston Island. You can hear all of the penguins. They are just talking and just doing their thing, looking at us, wondering, what are y'all doing?
They're trying to figure out why we're still out here, but it's sort of fun for them to see us. Yep.
Yeah, it is fun. And what's the temperature in here today?
Right now it's about 40 degrees, so pretty cool in here. They're definitely built for that with all the feathers and the blubber they have, but we have to put our extra clothes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were just a bit of penguin trivia before we leave. I was talking to one of your coworkers here, and he was telling me that their seasons are flipped, so right now it's summer for them.
It is. All penguins, regardless of the species, are found in the southern hemisphere, so their seasons are opposite of ours. So right now it's the middle of their summer, even though it's winter for us. So their exhibit is very bright. The lights are on for a long amount of time, and so you really get a good view of these guys this time of year.
Yes, absolutely. And I got to meet one of your penguins named Houston. I hear he's a chick from last year, but he was quite fluffy. He's shedding his coat, isn't he?
He is molting right now. All the kings do that before their breeding season, and because he's a chick from last year, he's sort of the last one to go through that process. But you can see him there. He's got that extra layer of feathers, and the old ones push the new ones that they grow underneath push those old ones out. He's in that phase now where he looks really fluffy. They haven't started falling off yet, those old ones. So he looks pretty rough.
Yeah, and he was pretty big. I thought a chick from last year. Wow, he's huge.
Yep, they look a little bit bigger than they really are when they've got 2 layers of feathers on them.
Absolutely. Well, this has been my pleasure to be here and to be able to bring this experience to you, my wonderful viewer audience here at 2V Television, to be able to meet you, Maggie.
Oh, no problem. It's been a pleasure. We're glad you're here to visit us.
It's been a pleasure, too, and your whole staff here. Everyone has been so kind. I want to give special thanks to Moody Gardens here in Galveston Island. And remember, you can only find it here on 2V Television on the Seymour Brooklyn. And I'm standing here talking to Jessica. She's one of our biologists here at Moody Gardens, and she's been awesome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. It was nice to have you and show you around the exhibit.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been so much fun. She actually brought in a little penguin just a minute ago. Of course, he had to. It was a little girl. What was
Marley?
Marley. I almost said Marlene. The owner of our TV station, her name is Marlene. So this was Marley. She's a little girl, which is about 9 years old.
Yes, and she is full size, so she's a smaller penguin, but she's a little lady.
Mm-hmm. And they live to about, what, 30, 40 years?
Yes, they can get up into their 30s, sometimes 40s, depending on the species. space as
Yes,
well.
it was nice to have her come in here, and it was hands-on with me and my two children here in the penguin encounter. We were talking a little bit about this with Maggie a little earlier because I was actually in the exhibit, which is hands-off. Actually, no one else can usually go back there. It's not for the public, but this encounter here is, and we can offer it to anyone. We can buy it as a gift. We can go online and get this. So I think it's a special experience for everyone.
It definitely is, and we have several penguins that we use, so you never know who you're going to see when, and there's different species we can bring in as well. So you saw a little rockhopper, but we have kings and chin straps and all different kinds we can show off.
That's right, and I was looking at the different pictures because they are trained to come in here and have these encounters. I was looking at the Gentoo penguin behind her. You have some framed, and then the, how do you say it, macaroni?
Macaroni penguins, yes. So everybody's different footprints are on the wall back here, and their feet all look different, but they all do paint as well.
They paint. That's what I was getting at. That's what they did for us today. They painted for us in their experience. They know what they're doing.
They really do. They've been in here a million times before, and there are some that aren't too big on painting, and that's fine. They don't have to, but the ones that do, they actually like it. It's something exciting.
Yes, I could tell Marley liked it specifically. Jalen is my son. He's 8 years old, and he had the opportunity to pet Marley along with Lindsay. And Marley did some artwork for the children. What do you have right here?
So these are her paintings, and we actually put paint on a little sponge, and then she just walks right in it, and you can see she likes to hop on all of her paintings, so we can tell which ones are really hers, but every painting always looks different. They're never the same, so each one is definitely an original artwork.
Yes, exactly. And then Jessica did as the favor of actually on the opposite end, she put exactly the species and her name.
Rockhopper, her name is Marley, today's date, and then her little bracelet, which actually tells us who she is and what number she is, so we can tell her apart from everyone.
Exactly. I think that's adorable. And you can get this done as well if you want to come on out here to Galveston Island, to Moody Gardens. You can come and have a special penguin encounter. I'm just beside myself. This has been an amazing experience.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. We have fun working here every day. It's fun to go to work, and it's a little stinky, but it's okay.
Oh my goodness, I just forgot about that. It is, it's very stinky, but I tell you what, I forgot about it. By the time I came in here, I wasn't even thinking about it.
It's just too exciting. There's a penguin in the room. You completely forget. It doesn't bother you anymore.
Exactly, it's been awesome. And let me tell you what, speaking with Jessica, she's had quite a bit of penguin experience. She knows what she's talking about. She's been doing this for quite some time. She was raised around penguins. Tell us a little bit about your story.
My dad worked with penguins when I was little. We started off in Baltimore, Maryland. He worked with the African penguins at the Baltimore Zoo. They're a warmer species of penguin as well, so they actually have an outdoor exhibit. And then whenever we moved down to Texas, he worked with the king penguins here. So I've known some of these penguins since I was about 7 years old, and then started volunteering with them and started working with them about 4 years ago. So once you grow up around penguins, you kind of have to be around them the rest of your life too.
That is awesome because being that she's been around penguins since she was about your age, that's been a little while now, and they know her. You could tell that Marley knew Jessica.
Yes, she does, and she's one who likes all the keepers. She's just a very happy penguin. She's a sweetheart.
She was very happy. And what I really appreciated about the experience that we had here, we were able to take turns petting little Marley, and of course you have to remain seated so you don't get her nervous. She's into her little groove. She knows her routine.
She does.
Yes.
She's one of our stars. She does this all the time. Always happy to come out and see people.
Yes, absolutely. And we took some pictures. And tell me, Jalen, how was your experience with little Marley? Did you really enjoy being here with her?
Yes.
Has this been your first time?
Yeah.
Yes. Now you've seen the penguins quite a bit on TV and then Happy Feet. This has been a new experience being able to come out here hands-on and touch the penguins and interact with them, right?
Yeah.
Would you do it again? Would you encourage everybody to come on out here and have a penguin encounter?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, I second the notion to that. Give me 5. It was awesome. You know, we really had a great time. We really appreciate y'all's hospitality. We want to encourage our viewer audience to take advantage and come on out here as well. Now tell us, what are the hours of operations they can come out here and have these experiences?
During the holiday season, we have penguin encounters from 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock every day, but that's about to end on January 4th. Those are our last 3 o'clock encounters. We'll have 1 o'clock encounters for a little while until about spring break. Then we'll add 3 o'clocks back on. And during the summer, we have 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock encounters every day as well. So they have 2 chances to actually come by and see a penguin.
That's good to know. And is that 7 days a week?
It is, yes. During the very slow seasons after summer, and we usually go down to just the weekends because it gets a little slow when kids are in school.
Yeah, absolutely. But this has been great, and you guys need to come check it out for yourself, not just take our word for it. We had a blast, and you guys can come on out here, have a blast as well here at Moody Gardens in Galveston Island. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. It was nice to meet you guys
Thank
and show
you.
you the penguins.
Yes, it was nice meeting you too. Thank you for the gifts. We appreciate it. There you go. And you guys can come on out here and get some artwork for yourself, and you can find it here on The Scene with Brooklyn.